Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we're doing a monthly reading for April 2024 for the sign of Aquarius. So if you are an Aquarius sun, moon, rising, or any other placement that you're feeling called to take a look at, then these messages are for you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not everything will resonate for everyone. Don't try to force something to fit if it's not matching your situation or your energy. This reading is timeless as well, so whenever you're seeing this is the right time for you to receive it. Even if that is after April has already passed, that's just an indicator that now is a better time for hearing this message than it would have been in April 2024. So, let's see. There's some sort of issue of balance that's needing your attention at this time. Making sure that you're receiving back in the same amount as you're giving, and that you're giving comparably to how you're receiving. Okay. So, yeah, this feels like a bit of an avoidant energy. Like there's an opportunity to collaborate here and build something with someone. But there's this energy coming from you of sort of like when you hear that call, when you're like feeling this pull to come build this with this person, that your first inclination is to like impulsively like run away and go do your own thing to like remain free. So this is giving me a sort of indication that you may be afraid of giving to this connection. Therefore, like you're having difficulty moving forward with it, like seeing progress, because you're shying away from it. So what's being asked of you is to fully embrace this opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to grow, to do something different, because this sort of avoidant behavior feels like it's a pattern for you. So I don't really know much about like avoidant personality types like in psychology, but that may be something that you need to take a look at. It's just like, I don't know, it's something that I've like seen in passing, but haven't, investigated personally. But the message is coming through that may be relevant to you somehow, especially if this is like a habitual thing, like not being able to commit yourself to something, like it feeling just easier to not approach it or to not invest in it feels like safer to you. But doing that like keeps you from like moving forward on like a higher timeline, on the ideal path that your soul would like to be on. And it's because you need to grow in this way. Like this is part of your soul's growth. This is a specific message that's not going to apply to everyone. There could be something about this situation. There could be like pregnancy involved, and there's a desire to like run away from the situation. Like if you have gotten someone pregnant, or like someone has gotten pregnant, you may want to like run from this situation and like escape it. Or like if this is you that this has happened to, you may be considering an abortion or something like that. And you know, this is intense. Like this is an important life decision for you. But what's in this energy is like the souls need to face it instead of run away from it. And that could look like a lot of things for different people. And like I said, that specific scenario isn't going to be relevant for everyone. But that adds like an extra layer of sort of like caution, importance, like to really step back and consider what's going to be best for you in the long run, what's going to bring you more truth and clarity about this situation. Because like hiding from it isn't the answer. That doesn't necessarily mean to like embrace it fully. That we'll get some more detail as we clarify. And you know, these are personal decisions. Like you should never like rely solely on a tarot reading to make those type of decisions. Like you should listen to your own intuition, to what your soul is saying, and the reading should just be extra confirmation to help you feel like you and the universe are on the same page with the actions that you're taking in your life. So it's like, it could be a decision to move forward, or it could be a decision to not move forward. But in this case, that decision to not move forward would be a very like conscious, well thought out one, like where you're clear on your reasons not to move forward, and you feel good and solid in that, rather than just like impulsively running away out of fear. That's the big difference here. It's like you're going to feel more prepared to make this decision, and to make sure things are feeling balanced in your life. If you don't listen to that first impulse to just like ignore it, escape it, like run away. Like you need to go a certain way, and you're not going to find out what that is by like panicking and not exploring it in greater detail, but like to embrace the flow of life and be really present for it, and make your moves accordingly. This is like an energy of like avoiding making moves. That's like your first inclination. It's like whoa, let's not do anything hasty here. But like what you're doing hastily is like taking a step back from the situation, and like wanting to put off addressing it. So it's like something about this giving and receiving. It's like when the universe gives you an opportunity, like you can't ignore it. Like it'll bring it back in a different way. And each time you're faced with the opportunity, it's going to feel like you're going to feel more and more pressure to move the right way. And so it's better to take a look at this now, as hard as it may be, because it will be harder next time. You need to be in this energy of deciding what's right for you, listening to your own perception about your energy, who you are, where you're at, and what you're faced with. There may be some boundaries that you need to set, but that may not even be with other people. It may need to be like within yourself. Now, for some of you where there isn't this like added layer of like new life on the table, with pregnancy potentially, this is definitely like dealing with your emotional state and some sort of relationship. It feels like emotional unavailability, which now that I'm considering who I'm doing this reading for, that checks out. Aquarius tends to be a more like logical, more emotionally aloof sort of energy, but your experience of that can depend heavily on your other placements, although that is a factor in some way, shape, or form if you hold a significant like portion of this energy within your makeup. So it's like you want to be above the emotional aspect of things, like when something triggers feelings, it's like you want to take it to a different place. You want to take it to like a mental space, and that's not I don't want to say like that's not wrong. You know, you need to think about things logically and make careful consideration, but factoring in how you feel and giving to the situation, to the decision, to the experience emotionally is very important. And especially if your moon is in Aquarius, that may be like a somewhat foreign concept to you, but the situation calls for it. Like to let yourself be more open and vulnerable. And this is really ultimately for your own growth and your own success in your life, so that you can receive what you need and give what you need into your life and have a ultimately positive outcome, even if things feel a little like tricky and sticky in the meantime. Let's clarify and get a little more detail about this energy. We'll start with the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So you're not feeling happy with the situation that you're in. And I'm there was like immediately like multiple circumstances delineated here. Like you're not feeling happy, you're not feeling secure when it comes to romantic relationship to like emotional connection with someone at an intimate level. This could be a situation where you are currently single and you want partnership, but you found yourself like unable to give yourself to it emotionally, and you're being asked to do that. It could be a situation where you're in a relationship that's not meeting your needs, and you're being asked to recognize that and open yourself up to a couple things. For some of you, it may be that this isn't the right relationship for you, and you need to be honest with yourself and pursue something else in the future. But what is coming through most strongly is a situation where you're in a relationship and it feels like your needs aren't being met. And it's like the call is coming from inside the house. It's this emotional unavailability that's coming from you, and it feels like this is something that it's like a childhood like pattern, like something that was sort of learned in you to match your energy imprint to create this experience of overcoming that, of opening up. Because what feels most strongly is that you may be in a relationship that you don't feel is meeting your needs, but you're not taking the appropriate steps to like make sure your needs are getting met. And I say that not in a way of like demanding things be a certain way, but it's like that you're not giving to the connection emotionally in a way that's fair and balanced, and therefore you're not receiving back what you need emotionally. And I'm sensing this experience of like having a tendency to want to blame the other person for not giving you what you need. But like they probably feel the same way because of like the emotional distance that you place between them. So it's like, and this feels like a pattern that you've experienced repeatedly throughout your life. And your tendency is that like when you feel like you're not happy and your needs aren't being met is to just throw the relationship away and move on, like go off by yourself and do something else rather than try to work on things like from the inside out, or like work on the relationship to like look at it a little more objectively and recognize, acknowledge your own role, like how your actions and communication is influencing the outcome of the dynamic. Because like if you just like run away from every relationship when you're like I'm not happy here, my needs aren't getting met, and you just run away and find another one and find out you're not happy there and your needs aren't getting met either. It's like if that happens over and over and over and over again, it's because like you're not putting the appropriate energy into the connection to have a different outcome. And it's like this pattern of like it's like you want to be shown all of this love and affection and warmth first before you give any, and then still it's like you want to like piecemeal, like it's almost like an energy of like being a little stingy, because it's like you want to be like careful about how much you give without getting something back. But it's almost like this is a risk that needs to be taken because of like something in your soul's imprint, like your energy. Because like if you consistently behave in that way, you're consistently going to be disappointed by the relationships that you find yourself in. Like running away and going off and finding something different is just going to land you back in the same situation with a different person. When really you need to take a look at what it is that you're offering emotionally, like how, like put yourself in the other person's shoes and reflect on what you've been giving, like truly, like use your logical, objective skills that you have, Aquarius, to really be honest with yourself about how you've been participating in relationships. And it's important for you to choose to do something different in order to have a different experience, to find what it is that you're looking for, to be happy and successful in a connection. And like I said before, the one you're in, it might not be it, but you need to recognize that from a place of like your role, not just the other person. Like if you take a step back and see what's going on and make some adjustments to your behavior, to what you're offering emotionally, and you still don't get the results back that you are needing after some time, then that's a good indicator that it's not just you, that this isn't the right person as well. But it's like you have to give who you're with like a real chance to experience you on a deeper emotional level before you can really understand whether you're compatible or not. Let's look at the Knight of Swords and Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Your priorities when it comes to emotions are a little out of balance, a little mismanaged. Like you want emotional stability and security, but like you have to be compassionate and caring in order to receive that back from someone else. And you've been in this like cold, stern sort of energy, like sort of repressing the emotion. And what that gives you in exchange is a repression of emotion from the other person as well. Like in a relationship, we will match one another's energy subconsciously until we hit a breaking point of like realizing like this isn't working. You may have even experienced like people turning away from you and you not really understanding what the problem was. But it is like it's within the realm of like emotional availability that like what's going on here in whatever dynamic is coming to mind from your past or present with regards to relationship, like romantic relationship. Like it, and this doesn't have to be romantic. Like this could be with like other people that you're dealing with too in your life, like how you approach interpersonal relationships. But that's just a caveat for if you feel like you're dealing with a slightly different situation, like on the forefront of your mind right now. But for most of you, this is involving romantic partnership. Like, you have to choose to be emotionally vulnerable in order to see and like communicate your feelings with your partner, in order to see any sort of different results, any sort of success in your relationships. Like, relationships aren't just about like, like coming together and in financial sense, and like facing the world against one another in like a physical sense, like having your household, having your resources. It's the emotional foundation that's built as well. It's like, it's almost like you want to like establish a physical presence of a relationship, and you expect that to create some sort of emotional bond. But it really should be like the other way around, that the emotional bond that you share with another person establishes the physical presence of the relationship. Like, when you have that emotional connection, you naturally want to like build more in life with this person, like move in together, have a house together, have a family, like those sorts of things, like combine your resources. And this feels more like you see the outcome, you see the destination, like you think to yourself, oh, like I'll be happy if I find a partner, and like we go through all these steps, we like build our house, build our life. When like, if you don't build the emotional connection first, like all of that will fall apart, and you're like, why did I build that already? Or like, yeah, like speaking, being more open about how you feel is critical here. You've been prioritizing something else and sort of like brushing emotions aside, like almost like thinking about things logically is more important than what you feel emotionally. And this stems to like how you deal with yourself too. It's like I'm getting this experience, this like expression of someone like devaluing their own feelings, because there isn't the understanding that your feelings inform your ability to make logical and rational decisions. Like, if the vibes aren't right in what you're feeling emotionally, that should tell you that the logical thing to do is to address that and, like create new vibes in the situation, or move to a situation where the vibes are naturally better. But like, if you're disregarding the emotional aspect of things, you're not going to see that. Therapy and meditation are two like things that came out just then, that were mentioned, that like, if you don't have a meditation practice to like sit with yourself and like see what kinds of feelings are behind the thoughts that you're having, or if you are not in therapy, like these are things that you should consider doing for your own personal benefit, for your relationship to yourself, your relationship to your own emotionality. And that will set you up for being in a better space with combining your emotionality with the emotionality of a partner. Because that's something that you've been avoiding for whatever reason, and the reasons are going to be different for everyone. We'll look at the Chariot now. Yeah, Four of Cups. It's, yeah, like it's like someone is handing you this cup, this Ace of Cups, these feelings, like it's like someone else is offering feelings to you, like offering that emotional depth, and you're just sort of over there like, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. Like, and it's because of like the disconnect from your own feeling space. Like it makes you worry. It stresses you out in your current state. Like it stresses you out for someone to be like emotionally vulnerable with you, because that's something you're not familiar and comfortable with. And your first tendency is to run away rather than to like work with that or feed into that. You sort of like stop and hold yourself back when there's a need to like, and like you have a decision to make. Like it's your decision. Like you can continue to repeat this cycle and run away from things when they get like ushy gushy and hard and real when it comes to feelings. But like I said, like you're going to be faced with the same situation each time, and it's going to get louder and more pressing that you address it, that you go within you and see what the hangups are to being more emotionally available and vulnerable. And like you also have the opportunity to choose something different, to like explore that and surrender to this experience of emotional exploration rather than just being up in your head about everything. Like this is a major milestone on the path in your life, on your soul's journey, to be able to have a deeper experience. And you can't have that experience if you run away when things threaten to get deeper than surface level. Let's look at the Empress, because like this is the solution is embodying Empress energy, connecting with the feminine side, that emotionality. Yeah. the deeper aspect of yourself. Like that's more moon energy, more feminine energy. And like there's some aspect of yourself that's hidden from you. And it's like you may not even have been like emotionally available with yourself for enough like time and effort to recognize why you're like this, why you keep acting in this way, responding in this way, exhibiting these behaviors, like because it's like you desire a relationship that's like meaningful to you. This is what you're trying to create. This is what your soul is like pushing you toward. But there's something lingering inside you that's like waiting to be discovered and processed and worked with, like overcome. Like this is the opportunity for growth. There's something inside you that you're missing when you look at things externally, like when you blame the other person for their contribution rather than looking at your own, or when you just like immediately like, oh, things are getting real, I'm gonna dip, I gotta go. It's that sort of energy, like needing to take a closer look at your own emotional processes and what's going on inside you. And that's going to allow you to put an end to the cycle of self-betrayal and pain and feeling like what you want is always out of reach. Like there's some sort of deep wounds. Like I said, this could be something from childhood. This could be something that, maybe your childhood was great and fine and there's no indicator, but things happen in our childhood. Even if this is energy we're carrying from past lives, like things happen in our childhood when we come into a new life to sort of set up and recreate, like mimic that past life energy that we're carrying to like make it real, anchor it into this life and this reality for us to like as a viewing point, a way of seeing the energy in ourselves and how it's playing out in a repetitive pattern, to be able to grow and make a change, to expand, to use our creative power as divine beings to change the energy, to shift it, and like have that growth, learn that lesson so that we can like move on and like release things that we're carrying and leave space for new things to come in, so that in your next life you're not still carrying this energy and still like avoiding facing this, and then you can like move on to like having a different experience the next time. Let's look at the Queen of Swords. Yeah, like if you step into this space of like being more objective, like having unbiased judgment and communicating your feelings directly with yourself and with others, like it's like you're able to establish something that you want, that like makes you happy, that feels fulfilling, that feels balanced. But like this requires you to do the work and to be open to communicating your feelings. Like if you keep avoiding having deeper emotional communication, you're avoiding doing your soul's work, and you're not going to have this sort of ideal relationship and ideal life that you really want for yourself. Like you want things to feel solid and good and positive, but it's truly the emotional aspect of things that like reinforce that solidity and positivity in a relationship. And when you're shying away from participating and addressing those aspects, like the whole thing falls apart. But when you like that's what's causing delays in you like feeling like you have a relationship that's going to last. You've got to take a look at yourself and make an offering of your emotional world to another person. And this isn't something that you just like, overnight, well, I realize this, so like things are better now. No, like that's why the suggestion of like therapy and meditation, like those practices, those experiences they build up over time. That's why it's a practice. That's why it's something that you participate in ongoing, because it slowly sort of chips away at the things within yourself that are impeding you. But this is a path that you can rely on. Like, you can rely on what you feel. And it's important for you to be able to recognize that without overthinking, to allow yourself to see the truth in that. And that's why, like, having the help of a trusted therapist can be of benefit to you in that, because they can, they're well trained to recognize these aspects of the self and like call that to your attention and discuss it with you within a safe space that's like outside of the relationship you're trying to maintain or repair or participate in, or whatever the case may be. And like this is no trivial thing. Like, you may have trivialized the emotional aspect of relationships in the past, and I may still be doing that, but it's big, it's important. Like I said, this is a major milestone for your soul's growth and journey. Opening up emotionally with at least this one other person that's supposed to be your partner. And it's important to give yourself grace as you learn. And if you're giving that grace to yourself, the right partner will give that to you too, and work with you on that. Will stay by your side and be a reliable sort of anchor as you are healing the parts of yourself that are causing you to hold back and withdraw emotionally. And to slowly like over time, and everyone, some people may see significant progress in a couple of months. Other people may take a couple of years. Like, it depends on you and how open you are to exploring yourself. So be patient with yourself and be realistic about what it's going to take for you to be more open and available emotionally. And most importantly, like, let yourself surrender to the process, to acknowledge its necessity and the benefit it brings or will bring to your life. Because like if you sit back and like recognize what you've been doing hasn't been getting you where you want to go. So the first step is choosing to explore trying something different. And I think you'll find that the very thing that you've been trying to avoid and trying to run away from is exactly the thing that you need to take a closer look at and address. Like, yeah, door to value. What I was saying earlier about yeah, like literally all of that, about not like valuing your mental, like your logical framework more than you value emotions, or like devaluing the role that emotions play in your life. That's a big issue here. And that's what's causing this like hostility. Perhaps like if you're in a relationship, or if you're just thinking of ones that you've been in previously, like where you're seeing the other person as like either solely or the majority of the problem. Like I'm hearing someone actually, yeah, confirmation. I'm like hearing someone sort of like when your partner brings a very emotional situation, or like what they're feeling, it's like it's almost like you being dismissive of their feelings, and like turning it back on like, well, the logical practical thing is like this is how you should look at that, or whatever. But like it's disregarding, it's dismissing the other person's feelings, and that is exactly what that creates hostility. That breaks the relationship down. And it's like you have a tendency to do that because you do that with your own feelings, like internally. And that's where this work needs to begin, is like addressing why you have a tendency to do that to yourself, and to open up that avenue to giving more equal weight to your thoughts and your logical processes as you do to your feelings, your emotional processes. Because despite what you may think or what you have learned up until this point in your life, your thoughts and your feelings, like they look different. They're like on different sides of the spectrum. Like they give equally to your experience as a person. They are equally as important. They have an equal amount of value. And it's important for you to learn how to treat them as such in order to have a successful partnership that truly supports you and your life, and in turn like opens this opportunity for you to be supportive and have that reciprocal dynamic that a relationship requires. Okay, so if this reading resonated, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe if you haven't. I hope this is helpful to you. I recognize that, you know, this is kind of a harsh truth, and if you made it this far, then you're absolutely ready to take this next step in exploring yourself and your feelings on a deeper level. Like if you didn't immediately say like, that's not me, that's not my problem, then you're in a much better place to address this than you may think you are. But like if you didn't make it this far and you're not hearing that, it may still be relevant to you, but you're not ready to see that. So thank you for letting me provide this insight. If you're interested in exploring more deeply with a personal reading, you can see how to do that below in the description. And I will see you later. Good luck, Aquarius.